Hey guys, and welcome back to Smart Money Minds. This week we saw space went up over 50% starting on June 21st, though we actually got up a 60% move from this bull flag. So what I wanted to talk about today in this video is how to make the easy money. Make the certain stuff with low risk, and it's easy pattern recognition that anybody can play, so that you too can make 60% on the upside in 4 days, because these are very classic patterns, the classic bull flag, bull pennant patterns that have very low risk and have very good upside to it. And so we're gonna look at a couple of these that I scouted this week and see how they played out and how you can follow along on these trades as well. I'm just Googling bull flags here, and this is what's coming up. Bull flags are a big long pole and coming back down with a little bit of consolidation. And what's important here is that volume, the bear volume, needs to be weak for it to basically have a little bit of sell-off, take a breather before taking the next leg up. So a bull flag is something similar to this, while a bull pennant is where you see a equilibrium where things start to tighten up. If you take a look, bull pennant is something that looks like this. After a big bull move, you have a tightening range and then it will break up. And that's what happened on space here. Looking at this, let's look before this move here. We are looking, or at least this was what I was looking at. I was looking at this pattern happening, okay? So let's tighten this up here. So I was seeing this bull move action here on the move up. And I was seeing this tighten up on the daily. And if you look at the 8 hour, it had very clear support levels. 34 range is a very clear bottom. So you could have entered any time in this zone expecting it to move up. And I myself did play this move, but I didn't hold long enough until it blew up with positive news up to $58. But the easy play here is setting a stop at 34 and expecting it to break out to over $40 and continuation. I wouldn't really have had a true target here, but this had news, so it drove up with massive momentum here, and it looks really good. So let's look at another example. This is another example that happened as well, and this is FUBO TV, and look at this move here. This is the flag, or this is the pole for the bull flag, and look at the daily range. It started to tighten up onto a pennant, and once again, very clear bottoms at $27. So you could have entered anytime here, set a stop at $27, and we had very good support zone here. And look at the bear volume dying down, slowly dying down, and look at the bulls coming in to buy this dip here and breaking out over 32, thus confirming the bull flag. These are easy pattern recognition. Another one here was PTON. PTON had a bull pennant, and once again, another easy play where you could have set your stop at around $100. You could give it a little space, and you see how it tightens up here, and if it breaks down over under $100, then you know that this play is invalid. But we have a very good zone here. Let's say you got in at, say, 105, you had your stop at 100, so that's a $5 risk. But if it pushed out over this range, it hit 120, that's a 3-to-1 ratio play. And that's how we have to be as stock traders or even investors. We have to look at this and go, look, the potential of gain is a high probability, and also the risk to reward is 3-to-1. So I can lose 3 times before and all I need is to have one good gain, one good play like this, and it'd be totally okay, and you would still break even. Now this one was on a much shorter time frame here. We had a 15-minute bull pennant right here. So it had very good support level here. This stuff doesn't happen just on the daily chart or bigger time frames. This can happen on a very short time frame as well. And we have set up another pull on the beginning of the day on a 5-minute pattern. And look at this support level. It kept leveling off. 204, 205, 205, leveled off. Very low bear volume, very low volume in general. And look at the spike. Boom. Bulls buy the dip, buy this range here, set a higher low, higher high, and continued for the day. To be successful in stock trading, you don't need to know all the financials of a company and put an assessment to whether the stock is going to go up in the long run or not. It's also, a majority of it is understanding these patterns and how these patterns tend to play out, and knowing that your reward is always going to be higher than your risk. It's like playing poker, where perhaps you may have to fold 4 or 5 hands in order to get one hand that's really, really good, and that's where you capitalize, and that's where you make all your losses back and more, so that your net is always positive. The bull flag and bull pennant pattern is a very easy pattern to read, and that's why I always encourage it to people to keep an eye out for these patterns, because these are the easy money making patterns. And if you master just this alone, you can be a successful stock trader. In the comments below, let me know what you trade, what kind of patterns do you look at, or maybe you're a fundamental trader. Let me know what it is that you look at before you buy or sell a stock. If you enjoy these videos and want to know more about how to make money in the stock market, make sure you subscribe to my channel, like this video, and we'll see you guys next time.